What's up, guys? Good morning. Hey, just wanted to talk to you about pivoting. I'm a little shaky here. I don't have I'm holding this with my hand today, so I apologize. Just kind of pivoting, or more importantly, being able to get started without knowing exactly where you're going. I think that there's a lot of folks that don't get started or don't get started moving forward, even if you have a pretty good level of success, because you, in your mind, you convince yourself that, well, I don't know exactly what I'm trying to do or where I'm going to go or how I'm going to do it, so I'm just not going to start at all. And the truth is if you look at some of the most successful people in the world, they pivoted. They started down one path and they became something different. I don't have exact facts, but I've heard the story before of Google and some other things that were totally different products when they started, and they just got down the path and said, I'm not going to go right, I'm going to go left here, and that's okay. So that's truthfully part of the learning process. I mean, businesses are evolutionary, right? We start down a path, and I'm on a path here. A little analogy. This is super clear, right, where to go. But let's say another analogy is we like to go hiking out in the Rockies, and sometimes the path isn't very clearly defined. You start down a path, and then you're like, I don't know, if is this the path or is that the path? And like you just have to decide, okay, I'm going to go this way because I think this might be it. But sometimes it's not, and then you have to double back. Sometimes it's not, and you end up someplace better than where you thought you were going. So businesses are evolutionary in that you have to get started. You have to start traveling west because you think it's better. If you don't know exactly where you're going to go, and even if you think you know exactly where you're going to go, a lot of times it changes. So my point in all of this is get started. At the end of the day, your dreams can't wait for you, where you're trying to go. And you don't have to have a super clear picture of where it is that you're trying to go. You have to have some general direction. And if you have a really clear picture, that's great. But know that even probably that will change along the way. So you just have to start moving forward. You're inevitably going to pivot throughout your process, and that's totally fine. There's a lot of people that when they tell their stories, I'm actually at an event right now with about 100 marketers sharing the stories of their events and what they're working on and things like that. And every story, it was very clear that wherever they are now, they didn't know that that's where they were going to be many years back. They started, and then this happened, and that happened, then we took a right, then we took a left, then something happened and everything changed, but it ended up for the better. And so that is my point, is just get started. You might end up someplace better than where you thought you were going, but most importantly, you got to get going down that path and start to learn about whether you should take lefts and rights and other things on the way to your journey. So go ahead, get started. Don't wait another day. Don't wait until you have a perfect vision for what it is you're trying to accomplish, because even if you do, it's probably going to change anyway. Have a great day. See ya.